The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken short. Shedding through the defense. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Fire down these two. Hey, 15. Switch gears.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Slam.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Room here to run. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's smoke.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, down at the 31. On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Damiere Byrd. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Got it. 50, Mike's 50. Go. 55. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He's got a first down and more past the 30. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Cordero Patterson, 84 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Coming in.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
10-2 soft.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready to break. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, team 6. Hey. Let's go.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to loft. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Jones. He finds his target, John Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 58, right there. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to... Scene 6. Mike.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain there of 21 yards. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Throw caught here by Bird. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robbie Anderson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Bell with a first down carry there as he'll get about 4 out of that. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half in some of these shorter gains.
And this will be caught at the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
Here we go.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
132 fighter. Hey, Orvin. On the ball. Get it.
Throwing Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
60-yard.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Jones off the play fake. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Ready?
Jones now throwing on 4th down, and he's going to go down again. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yellow. Four down.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. O.J. Howard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. This time, the extra point up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Andy Isabella, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken about the 12. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might have...
It got his man complete. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Right over there, right over there.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 59, Raiders 20. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Coleman. He's shoving his way inside the 35. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. On 1st down, Coleman trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, "Hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake." Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together.
And that is intercepted by the All-Pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been threes.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And able to find John Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Jones now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, exit.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, Jones. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it
The
up.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
And it's a fumble, and the Raiders pick it up. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one...
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Bailey got the extra point, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things.
It's caught inside the 25. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. Hey, 15. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hayward, check me out.
Mike 50.
Hey, watch the slant.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Check Mike 46.
Now.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Now Jones on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
On the set.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Bell. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Raiders on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will get him one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 82 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones throwing on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to Corey Legion. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
X3, 218, go.
Now Bell. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now. 6-6, pull it high. 8, read. Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. Mike 51. You better bring it. You better.
Be driven.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. That's caught by Howard. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
But yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Jones operating from the gun, and it's complete. Thomas Rawls. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones, Robinson's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aldrick Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, they got the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Trying to lay one up deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
I know you felt that one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Right there, 54, right there. Nice 7, let's go. Yo.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Bell. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's caught by Coleman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 38 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble now, great field position. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. Back to throw. Jones, flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Now Jones. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.